Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something super important, writing a scholarship essay that actually wins you money for grad school. This is often the most personal and honestly the most powerful part of your whole application.
Okay, so let's get one thing straight right from the start. Your grades, your experience, that gets you your foot in the door. But the essay, that's what makes you stand out in a crowd of other super qualified people. It's your one shot to connect with them and show them why you're the person they should bet on. All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to break this down into 3 parts. First, we'll peek inside the reviewer's mind. Then, we'll get into crafting your own winning story. And finally, we'll cover flawless execution. Sound good? Let's do it. Okay, first things first, we have to figure out what the scholarship committee is actually looking for. Because trust me, the questions they put on the application, that's only scratching the surface.
So you see these prompts, right? Tell us about your goals, describe a challenge. They seem pretty simple. But there's always a hidden question. They're trying to figure out who you are as a person, way beyond your report card.
You've got to read between the lines. So when they ask about a difficult situation, what they're really testing is your leadership. Can you solve problems? When they ask about your background, they're looking for resilience. Can you bounce back? And your future goals? Man, those better line up with what their organization is all about.
So what's the big takeaway here? Your essay isn't just a story, it's proof. It's got to show them you're smart, you're tough, and you can lead. They need to feel confident that you're gonna succeed, Especially if you're heading into a totally new and challenging environment.
Okay, so now that we know what they're looking for, how do you actually write that story? Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of crafting your narrative.
I want you to think about it like this. You are a salesperson, and the product you're selling is you. It's a sales pitch for your potential, your passion, your whole story. Your job is to make them believe you are an investment worth making.
And you can structure this pitch in 3 basic steps. Step 1, tell a short, powerful story that hooks them right away. Step 2, be upfront about why you need the scholarship. Let's be real, that's what they're for. And step 3, and this is so important, you have to connect everything, your story, your goals, back to what that specific organization cares about.
Okay, let's talk about tone for a second, because this is huge. You want them to feel for you, to root for you. That's sympathy. What you don't want is for them to feel sorry for you. That's pity. It's a fine line, but it's all about showing your strength in spite of the hard stuff, not just listing off all the bad things that have happened.
And that brings me to probably the biggest mistake I see people make. Please do not send the same essay to every single scholarship. It's a one-way ticket to the rejection pile. You have to treat every single application like a brand new conversation. Research the organization, find out what they care about, and then weave that into your story. No copy pasting.
All right, last section, let's talk about execution. Because you could have the most amazing story ever, but a few tiny, silly mistakes can sink your entire application. Seriously. Just look at this number, -3. I've heard reviewers say that one single typo can drop your application 3 points in their head. Just like that. And when the competition is fierce, that's all it takes to go from the maybe pile straight to the no pile. These are what I call application killers. You go over the word count, the system might just chop off your last sentence. Boom, gone. Typos? That just screams, I don't care enough to proofread. And for goodness sakes, have someone else read it. A fresh pair of eyes will always catch something you missed. Reviewers have thousands of these to get through. They're looking for easy reasons to say no. Here's a super simple rule of thumb. If they don't tell you how to format it, don't try to be fancy. Just use Times New Roman, 12-point font, double-spaced. That's it. It's the standard for a reason. It's clean, it's professional, and nobody's going to complain about it. The hardest part of all of this? It's just starting. That blank page is terrifying. So please, embrace the messy first draft. Just brain dump all your ideas onto the page. It doesn't have to be good, it just has to be done. You can fix it later. The only thing that matters is getting started. So if there's one thing you take away from this, let it be this. A perfect essay isn't written, it's rewritten. It starts out as a big, messy collection of thoughts, and you slowly shape it into something amazing. Every single person who won a scholarship started with an imperfect draft. So what are you waiting for? Your story is right there. It's time to open up a document and start telling it.